Yep.
rejoin, get the notification, and then also allows me to
Pez says you
pull
broke
it
it.
up. Yeah. I was in and out. I was going to try to restart, but then it came back and I was out, and it's like,
Oh no, that's. She said, bearded printer broke it. Never mind.
Okay, no, that's fine. As long as somebody else takes the blame, I'm okay with that.
On my stream, we usually blame Pooch. So
there you go. Okay, come on. I'm waiting for it. It says we're live, but I don't see us live on Twitch yet. Does anybody hear us? Anybody out there in the chat?
No, we're
world?
getting F's in chat.
Okay,
well, it might be back now.
Okay, so we're on YouTube.
It just started playing again on my screen. I have to repause it.
We are live on YouTube, and I guess Twitch is just causing some issues. Okay, well, while we're back,
reported as back.
Yep. And it looks like Bearded Printer rated in. Thank you, Bearded Printer. Which if he's rated in, that means Twitch should be alive. But either way, we know YouTube is live, and it looks like Twitch finally went live. Okay, we're doing it live.
Fine.
So we were talking about of course, the box turtle, and then something I seen too. I don't know if you messed with. Somebody told me the name of it, but there's a new hot end that I think LDO had at their booth that had the cutter pre-built into it.
Oh, that is the Jabberwocky.
That's why I can't remember it because it's such a weird name.
Exactly.
The Jabberwocky. Have you
that's
had a
from
chance to play
Alice
with that
in Wonderland
itself?
lore, right?
There you go. Yep.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not.
Recently, as a dance crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I no idea on that one.
Yeah, no, that's a couple years back.
I just remember the made-for-TV series for Alice in Wonderland when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like several episodes. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I have not
play with it yet.
I haven't had a chance. I'm expecting to. I'll put one on the printer that I put the box turtle on, because it would be good to show folks the build process for that. That's kind of the whole point of my. I see the point of my stream is not to talk about what parts are better than others or whatever, but more just to show off
how to do it,
build techniques and what it takes to build something that's out there.
Yeah, because then from there, like I mean, nowadays the parts are, you can get them from anywhere, everywhere. So from there, kind of, this is what you need. This is how you put it together. What you choose as your parts are on you. Like you said, it kind of keeps you from being the guy that told me to. Well, Steve said this. I'm like, no, I don't need need those emails.
Yeah.
But now with all that and all the printers aside, of course, you went to Murph. I think Rocky Mountain too. I can't remember. All these events have blended in, and we talked a little bit before. But you plan on being at Open Sauce?
I am. So I just have an attendee ticket. I'll be there the Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully, I navigate that line. I know last year it was ridiculously long. I'll wear my floppy hat to keep from getting a sunburn.
I heard it was quite a line. They had some tents and whatnot, but it's still quite a bit to get in. Unless you had like the expensive ticket where you just kind of walk past everybody.
Yep. And I'm not paying for the expensive ticket.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, that would. Now, is there, because you went last year? Have you went? Because it's been a few years. Have you went every year?
I've been to every year. The first year, I registered as a exhibitor, and RCF and Whopping Pucker and I did a booth there for Voron. Had a ton of fun. The following year, the second year of the event, we decided to sponsor a booth, get a little bigger space, mostly because the first year we didn't have a Phoenix there. The second year we had Phoenix there and the full lineup of printers.
Now with you going this year,
fun.
I've heard all good things from anybody that's went. Now when you go this year, is there anything certain you're going to go see, or is there anything specific that you like about the event, or is it kind of just taking it all in?
I just want to go check stuff out.
Get some ideas for more projects to start.
Yeah, I get to be a nomad again, not tied to any booth, just wander around, see who I can see and what I can see.
So if you see SteveBuilds walking around looking like he's confused,
Say
he does
hi.
not have dementia. He's just taking it all in.
Yes. My head will be on a swivel.
There you go. Yep. So now with all the technology that we have had with 3D printing, not just in the Voron space, consumer space, is there anything that you're interested in seeing, maybe hoping, or at least maybe you've heard news of stuff coming out this year that you're really interested in seeing be released?
Yeah, I think the thing that's got me most interested is tool changing.
Yes.
So I have not built a stealth changer yet. That's on the plan to build one soon. I have built the black box and have made a black box print and completed about the black box build. Um, and the not even full like mini tool head prints. I have a IDEX, my Tridex.
Okay.
I'm planning on converting that to a project out there that was just released called Mad Max, which is another tool changing coupling carriage system. But that'll be just 2 tool heads on that printer,
Um,
and it'll have its use cases and utility. And then of course Index. I'm really excited
yes.
to see what goes on with Index. Index is another one of those things that comes along every once in a while that is very different. Like I said before, I bought a Magneto X because it was different enough.
Those are new technology. Yeah.
Very, yeah, and way outside of what is available typically in our space at a price point. That was the biggest thing with the Magneto X, its price point.
Yep.
Index is sounding like it's in a similar thing.
That's
Their
from what I've heard.
estimated
Yeah.
pricing is nuts. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how people integrate those. That's the biggest thing, is how do you integrate those into existing designs?
Yeah. And just
How do you
yeah,
deal with
how.
the little challenges?
Oh yeah.
Because there's
Um,
lots of them.
I think that's what was nice, just from what I understand on tool change and everything too, is that it's minimal pickup, so there's of course less load, less stress there. But yeah, I've got a chance to see it in action at Rapid, and again, of course, at Murph. And
Mhm.
I've said to many people, like, if I don't convince myself to build a Voron by the time the Index comes out, that'll be my go-to, and I'll just decide to really torture myself and go all in. Like, oh,
There you
why
go.
not just build a Voron with tool changer and
Yeah.
do the Index and max it out, especially I mean, I think you can get, what, I think 10 on a 350 is what the rough
Oh,
estimates are.
they are so narrow.
Yeah,
So you think about this though. You put 10 tool heads on a 350. Where do you put the spools?
that's a good point. Up and above on
Yeah.
a
So
really
that
long pole.
the solutions that people come out with for that is going to be very interesting to see, because people will come out with incredible solutions for
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely. Some of them might be 10 foot by 10 foot, square footage of your space, but you'll be able to print 10 colors on the tool changer with ease. But yeah, that's the biggest thing on my thing, is my workshop's limited. I've got it pretty much maxed out. How am I going to reorganize to really fit any other printers, especially one that has a ton of spools? And that's my only option, is really go up, and then just from the rafters have a rack system.
Yeah.
And I'll figure out when the time comes, if I convince myself to really go that full route. But
Yeah.
I agree. I'm interested in those, and seeing how well they do. And so far,
Hmm.
what I've seen, they work. They worked in Midwest Rep Rap Festival of all places. So we know it
Yeah,
can
I have
hold
a
up
little.
to the heat and the humidity. I think the
I have
humidity
one.
was
Oh
just
yeah, here it is.
150%.
This is
Yeah,
one of
the
the
little
things
mini
they
one
were
that they were
printing
printing
there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little mini. Oops. Little mini version of the tool head.
So I had all my little grab bag, the stuff I got, and my kids had come up. They were there for a day, and my 4-year-old was rummaging through my stuff, and like, Daddy, can I have this? I'm like, you don't even know what it is, like, but it's neat. I'm like, you're right, it is neat. It's really neat if you knew what it was. But
It's a
so
few
she is
colors.
now the proud owner of the mini printed
Of them.
Index.
That's hilarious. I was very pleased and surprised that they ended up going to that. I saw their announcement a couple of weeks, and that made an
Yeah.
extra little bit of excitement to the trip.
Oh yeah, like I said, and just seeing it in action, and I missed out. They were doing their maker chip, and I missed out on their maker chip. But I got, well, I had the mini extruder, or mini tool head, I guess is what it's called.
Oh, they were
But
printing maker chips.
yeah, they were doing that initially, and then
Oh,
they started printing. I think probably because they printed faster was
wow.
the little mini tools. Yeah, just and two nicest guys in the world, answer any questions you threw at them. So just a
Yeah.
good group, and a really, like you said, innovative product. kind of changing the landscape, and what will we see? And I know they even talked both times I talked to them at Rapid and here is possible integration into commercial printers, which if I can buy a printer that's built that has multiple tool heads that are just like, well, I can be lazy sometimes.
That's definitely going to be a key success factor for them, is if they can get it into something commercial.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So time will tell, but we're getting close to the end here, so I'm going to throw it out to the community who is still with us. Thank you. If anybody's got any questions for Steve, let us know in chat, YouTube or Twitch. I'm reading both of you over here. So if you got any questions, let us know. We'll ask away, and then we'll end it up with some rapid fire questions, and I will let Steve go. Tech Cheaper, Steve is awesome. You are correct.
Thank you, Tech Cheaper.
Well, Tech Cheaper also with the first question. How did you end up with such an epic beard?
My dad always had a beard about this long, and I never grew one like this. I had a little stubble for a long time, and then I just decided, I have no idea why. I just decided. He passed several years ago, and I decided to just see how it would go, and it was awful for a long time. I never really had the issue with itchiness and didn't have any problems with getting past that, but I have a cowlick right here that twists my beard, or tends to make it curl.
You do 100 brushes every morning?
I blow dryer and brush. And once I discovered that, it only takes a couple of minutes in the morning, and now it's fine. But
easy peasy,
but this is the second time I've grown it this long. When I first started coming into COVID, I had it pretty long, and then I cut it down, and it takes about a year to get it
back
about year 14 months to get it from short
you've
to
had
this.
It long enough. When you do shave it, or I don't know if you've shaved it completely since you've grown it out the first time, do you think you look funny when you don't have it? That's same this, like 2013 started growing it, and I think it was 6 years later, and I always keep it kind of just trimmed, but I was trimming and I buzzed, and I thought I had the guard on, and I may have said some choice words. The wife came up and she's like, I can't fix that. I'm like, I know. And so I shaved, and I was like, wow, I looked really weird when I wasn't shaved. But
I felt weird when I cut it from here to down. Yeah.
Let's see here. Zombie Hedgehog asks, what is your favorite non-Trident printer?
My V0, honestly, the Voron Zero. That is one of my most used printers as well. Considering it's only 120 millimeter build volume, it ends up being the printer that is just throw quick parts at it. It heats up quick, doesn't take long to get a result.
And just stable, and you don't have to mess with anything. The least amount of tweaking, would you say?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Star Rose 3, what beard products does Steve recommend? A lot of people are beard.
I've been using, what is it? Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. It's a beard balm that I found at Target, but it's pretty good smelling, and it works pretty well. But I don't remember. I'm just
find a real nice balm, a beard balm.
Yeah. I've tried oils. I don't really like oils. I like something a little. I mean, this stuff.
A little less.
Yeah,
slick.
It kind of takes care of the strays, but doesn't feel sticky or slick. So.
And then we have Bearded Printer, who of course is asking, what does your beard care routine look like? Trying not to make things weird.
Yeah. I if timing of a shower is critical to the beard experience. If I take a shower in the morning, then it's real easy. You blow dry it out of the shower, put some beard balm in, go. There's nothing extra from there. If I took a shower the previous night, then what I do in the morning is just run my beard under the hot water and then blow dry it. That's the whole point. I mean, the whole key is blow drying it. So
easy enough. There you go. Let's see. Bob from California is asking, any Trident 2.0 in the works? Excuse me.
No, not at all. Trident R2 is in the works.
There you go. You got to ask the right questions.
But yes. I mean, there's always stuff being worked on to what degree and a goal release dates, it's too hard to.
Yeah, as
It's
soon as
too
you throw
hard
it
to
out there,
commit to
you'll be held
anything.
to it. So we
Yeah.
always say soon TM. Let's see here. Korea Ricebox asks, are inductive heated tool heads worth it for 3D printing to start going towards? So like the index is probably the question.
In the concept of an inductive hot ends has only been recently entered my awareness. I mean, obviously inductive heaters is something that's out there, but as far as the application in 3D printers has just come with the index. I would just, my own uneducated thing is, I think it's probably a minimal benefit for a single tool head printer. But for something like the index, where you can have a very small thermal mass hot end that your temperature change quick time it can be very, very fast. There's a pretty big advantage. Controlling ooze, because when you're looking at a multi-tool head machine, ooze control is a huge part
for
of
it to be able to drop the temp right away and not take forever to cool, have that heat soak in there. Yeah, but I guess we'll really find out here in maybe a few months. And so once they start hitting the beta stage. So let's see here. Pezla says, I love the variety of Steve's channel. The 3D sets are great. What non-printer project is next?
Ooh, non-printer project. So I tend to do the non-printer projects on my channel members streams, and I do those once a month, unless I've got a big multi-part project, and sometimes I'll squeeze in a second or third member stream in a month. All of those that I've done are public, except for the very most recent one. So as soon as the new one is about to happen, then I make the previous one public. So if anybody wants to go out and check out the 3D Sets builds or the Blaster builds or anything, they're all out there. We're working on a printer build though in the member stream. We're rebuilding Krusty's old Bear printer, Prusa Bear printer. Next, I've done a lot of the 3D Sets and RC stuff recently. I want to do another one, but I don't want to tire people out with RC builds.
3D Sets though are just amazing design.
Yeah,
so
they have done such an incredible job. Hey, there we go. There's Krusty right there. There's an Impreza 22B that I bought the files for ages ago. The designer's been very active in improving it based on feedback. I bought it when they were brand new, and there's been several revisions. I need to put that one into the rotation. So it might be next, even if I do feel like it might be getting a little tired.
Like I said, there's at least enough difference between all their designs, and there's so many designs to choose from. So yeah, I think like I said, I personally enjoy all the RC builds. So
they take so much printing.
Yeah.
It's like,
one of these days I'll take it on. Let's see, another one. Spectra V3i cannot find 250 millimeter blue. My cord's in the way. Frame Trident for sale. I looked at West 3D and Fabrico. Are there any other places to check? So for 250 millimeter blue frame for a Trident.
Is that a question for me?
Yeah. Where can they find? Where else can they look other than West 3D and Fabrico for a blue frame?
Printed solid, KB3D. I would look at any. I'm guessing based on their first checks, they're in the U.S. So there's other international sources. One of the really nice things about being part of the Voron team is we don't have any links to the kit manufacturers and stuff. We obviously work with Jason. We work with whoever and try to help along, but there's no, I don't have any insight into LDO's inventory or anything like that.
It's not like a direct connection. It's just more of a relationship.
Yeah.
Than it is a partnership.
Yeah.
So, and then I think, let's see here. We had another one. Rudy is asking, we miss Oscar and Felix. How are they doing?
They're not out here, and I have no idea why. They're normally me being out here for this long, Oscar would be out here at least. Oscar has turned into he likes to sit where I'm sitting right now.
Like, what's going on? Where is Dad?
yeah, they're elsewhere in the house, I guess, finding other things to do.
That's here. We'll ask one last one here. Druid VR asking, have you ever got your beard stuck in a stepper motor?
I have not. I don't think I've gotten it stuck. I feel like I've gotten it stuck somewhere, not significantly,
Belt or something,
but
leaning over and the belt
yeah,
just takes it in.
yeah. I got to be careful though. I'm starting like this machine here, manual mill. I've got a little
Gotta take care of your beard real
hobby
quick.
lathe. I got to be extra careful with those.
There you go. I think that's it for the community questions. I want to end it off with some rapid fire questions, a couple that we always do every episode. And then I'll give you the stage to kind of let people know where to find you to see what you're doing. But first question, out of all the filament out there, what is your favorite color and or surface effect? It does not have to be Polymaker.
I think in general, a Galaxy ASA is my go-to. And I'm very fortunate in that my black, the tone of Polymaker and other brands is very close. So I can just grab rolls and mix and match and they work. So I think that's my go-to is a black Galaxy ASA.
Not a bad choice. And then second question, out of everything that you've printed, from the printers to the knickknacks to the toys, what has been the one print you so far have been the most proud of?
The Sakura 3D sets model. I absolutely adore that build.
So many of them.
It's and the not a Polymaker color, but that Brad's orange from Jesse Filament is just I've always been, and I've told Nick this, I've always wanted a nice darker kind of pearlescent orange, and it's hard to find.
We've had
this
many,
is
many
close
requests for burnt orange and everything else, and there's a lot of colors coming. So I'm not the product manager, but we'll see. Just keep. All I can say is keep demanding it. Everybody keep demanding it. They do listen, and once pushed enough, then the next choice is obvious: orange. So, okay. But other than that, now with all of the builds that you've done, and everything else, and I know it can be kind of up to the person building the printer. What currently is your go-to hot end if you're doing whether it be a tool changer or a Voron or a standard?
The Revo Voron. The Revo Voron is by far the most used hot end that I have. I have a Rapido. I have other hot ends.
I'm sure tried a few.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I mean, as far as a go-to, I really didn't like my days of changing V6 nozzles and having them leak and hot tightening and that. So there is hot ends with higher flow. There are uses for all of that, but as far as a general purpose, the Revo Voron has been
there you go,
my go-to.
And then last but not least, if you're looking for a channel on YouTube for somebody that builds things and does really good informational of how to build things, do you know anybody offhand
besides me?
No, there was a segue into letting you promote yourself.
I didn't catch it.
But no, I'll let you where can people find you? Where can they watch you, follow you? Patreon, Etsy, anything you got, throw it at them.
So I stream I try to be very regular. I stream every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific on YouTube. It's at SteveBuilds. There's no underscore. My stickers have an underscore for some reason. I pushed
your logo behind the window just to remove the underscore, by the way.
Perfect. So I try to stay, I try to keep things simple. So I only do YouTube. I only do YouTube memberships, Sunday streams. I do one Saturday stream a month for members. Discord. The link to my Discord is in every channel or every stream description. So you can get there. We have a pretty active community on my Discord, almost coming up on 2,000 people there. Multiple messages a day. Build logs are there, and I try to post some of the stuff that I'm working on in the streams. Like files end up there before they go out to GitHub type stuff.
If someone's looking to be able to try it, probably a great Discord to join, right? I'm sure it's probably
Of
got some
course.
good centered
You're
information
just
there.
you're just looking for tools ideas. I mean, we're pretty famous for spending other people's money by doing tool suggestions.
There you go. It's all in the fun of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I greatly appreciate you coming on the show. And hopefully, I don't know if I haven't been able to research the VOD. Hopefully, I recorded most of what we talked about.
I hope
But
so.
I look forward to
We'll
seeing
do it
you
again
here.
if
And
not.
just there you go. Yeah, we can have you back on for sure. We can always talk about all the fun stuff we get into. So I'll see you here in a couple weeks. And yeah,
Yeah.
we'll make sure to get a selfie. I was talking earlier on the show. I always forget the selfies with everybody. And
Same here.
I need to get it. So I will see you then, and you have yourself a wonderful night, and appreciate it again for coming on the show.
Thank you. You too. Take
you
care,
later.
everyone. Enjoy the build.
Okay. And there you have it, Steve Builds. Apologize for those that got kind of pieces and parts of that for the hiccup on the internet. I will be messaging my network admin for my ISP and telling him that I will come to his house and I will toilet paper every one of his trees because I know where he lives. True statement. I do know where he lives. But thank you guys for being patient. And this is still live. We're still live. I refreshed it. It came back. You know, I wish at this point it wasn't live because it wouldn't have hiccups. It would have just been uploaded and good. But I think from now on, I probably need to hit record just in case we have hiccups like that. So with that said, get entered in. We're going to do a drawing here shortly, unless the stream happens to freeze right before we do it. Not to blame here. But we have a few projects going on right now. We have our Polymaker figurines, which has not stopped. It's been going, went through the first iteration of version 1, Pokemon's all 151. It is now on version 2. And after that, I mean, we still got some to go, but what's next? You never know. Polymaker comes up with some pretty crazy ideas along with their partners. But make sure to follow Antoine Dimensions, and that is Polymaker_figurines across all the socials. And then Antoine figurines on Maker World. If you want to have those models, I guess I didn't say what he does. He releases videos every couple days on Pokemon builds, and those models are free to download once that video goes live, and you can print it yourself, multicolor, single color, however you please. And then also PMF. I forgot to say that too. Oh wait, somebody already did it. Look at that, Tony Wright. Yes. Okay, but next project we're going to talk about is Polymaker Education, led by Creatrix Brit, or Brit, however you want to call her. And again, she is across all the socials, and she releases videos with educational prints to be used in many different ways. And when that video is released, the model is then released, and it's the same setup. That's going to be under Polymaker Education on Maker World and I believe Printables. And those files are free to download to use as you please. And we also have Polymaker Labs, that's !PML. That's led by Polymaker Sean, who is now slowly transitioning from 3D Print General that he used to be known as hey, you're that scientist guy, as he witnessed at Murph by I think a couple times. But he's given tips, tricks, and troubleshooting on many different printing aspects. It's not just a Polymaker focus thing. It's an overall printing thing. You have problems, he might have already covered it. Go back and check out those videos, show the support, and that is on TikTok under Polymaker Labs. And last but not least, !IPC, and that's for imprinting color, which had a whole display done for Murph at her booth, hosted by Pezliz over on twitch.tv/Pezliz. And that is every Wednesday at xpm.com. I think it changes, but I think typically 6 p.m. Eastern. Just watch for Pezliz to say in the chat. She'll have it covered. But that is every Wednesday. She does imprinting color, where she talks about new colors, new surface effects, things that are coming, things that have been around, how to use said materials or said colors. Just a lot of helpful information there also. So make sure to check her out. And then, why am I getting a message? Make sure I'm not dead here. Okay, well, it's not even important. Pete, if you're watching, I appreciate the message. I thought it was important and related to the stream. It is not, but that is it for our projects that are currently going. Many more to come. And then again, Tuesday, I do a stream with community. We just talk about this, that, and another thing. Going to do a Murph recap on that stream. That way I can more answer questions. I'll share some photos, maybe some videos. Some of that might hit the socials before that, but make sure to follow us across the board and join our Discord at discord.polymaker.com, where we do daily giveaways of filament. Every single day you have a chance to win filament, which is insane, and that's international. But with that said, we got some entries, 94 entries. We got a few more viewers than 94. Can we get that to 100 entries? Type in "I am awesome" just on the Twitch side. I'm sorry, YouTube. But I try to make a mention of that every time at the beginning. That way you got time to log into that dusty old Twitch account and type it in there. But you can still watch us over on YouTube. We still love both sides. I do see both chats in here. So get them in there. I am awesome. We got a few more. Can we hit 100? I'm gonna ramble on until we hit 100. If it's 2, 3, 4 hours, then it is what it is. Who doesn't want to win free filament internationally? Anywhere you are, I will send that filament to you. I won't. Our shipping department will. I'll just submit it. DJ Midnight Wolf is not only awesome, he is also Batman, which I did not see Batman and DJ Midnight Wolf in the same building at Murph, so plausible. You say we get to make you stay around for hours? Jonathan, you don't want that. We got one more so we can please the masses. There we go, 100. So in 10 seconds, I'm going to do a drawing. I am awesome in Twitch chat to enter in. If you want to enter in and you have not, and dad jokes for hour 100%. I can do dad jokes all day long. But hang tight, because actually I'm going to give you time so I can blab on. I need to figure out who we're rating out to. I forgot that part. You'd think after 800 of these episodes, I wouldn't forget things, but in the heat of the moment, you know, I lose track of time. I lose track of my mind. We haven't rated this individual in a while, so 100 draws for 100. Yeah. And Dale, you're welcome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set up a raid real quick here. If I can actually type, which I cannot. So once we do the drawing, congratulations to that person. Email me at joel.finn@polymaker.com. Exclamation point contact and chat to get that email, or just message me on Discord. If you're not already there, you should be. And I'm Polymaker Joel. And after this, I'll probably chill out in the hangout if anybody's bored and wants to ramble on for many, many more hours. So might see you there. Discord.polymaker.com. It's free to come hang out. You don't have to talk. You can chat or you can just lurk. But with that said, we're doing a drawing. Who are we going to win? Who we going to win? I'm not going to win anybody because I didn't do a drawing for people. But somebody's going to win filament. And that person is Diablo Spawn 2. Make sure you reach out to me. Let me know that you won on the Meet the Polymaker 6/26/2025. I had to look at the calendar to make sure. And let me know that you won. I'll verify, and we will get you a spool of filament as quickly as possible. With that said, we're going to rate out the Digital Dragon 72. Luke is a great guy. He was at Murph himself also, and looks like he's doing what he does in building or fixing something. There's a Creality on his screen. That's not common. So tell him Polymaker said hello. Show him your love, our love from us to him. You guys have a good night. Have a good weekend. Have a good week, and I'll catch you here Tuesday at 7 p.m.